session, we build out an entire dungeon room with floors, doorways, and props. And welcome to another awesome session. We have something really special for you today. Today, we are going to make a room complete with walls, floors, and props. Let's start by creating a bucket to hold all of these room artifacts. Create an entity at the root and name it Room. I'm going to hide the UI component for now. We are going to find all our room artifacts in the PlayCanvas architecture directory. Let us start with the floor. Drag and drop floor into the room component. Then we are going to get rid of the initial floor since we don't need it anymore. Next, let's start adding walls. I'm going to switch to perspective view here to get a better look. Let's move this wall up a little to position just above the floor. Then let's move it back so we can see how the wall looks relative to the zombie character. Now let's test it out to see what we got. Now I'm going to rearrange my screen here so I can see the finished product while building the room. Let's make the zombie static so that it behaves in one spot. Let's just make sure the mechanics are functioning properly so that maybe we may walk around the room as it's being built. Switch back to top view. Now let's duplicate the wall and position. I'm going to turn on snapping just because it makes positioning easier. On the right side, we can see the scene being built in real time. I'm going to add an archway now. Switch to perspective mode for a better view and bring the archway up a little, just like we did with the wall. There we go. Now switch back to top view for final positioning product. Using the right screen to review the final product. Continue with duplicate and position. Now I'm going to introduce a corner by rotating this wall 90 degrees. Toggling snapping on and off as I go, using it only as needed. Notice you can walk through the archway. Another archway. And rotate 90 degrees. Now I'm going to speed this part up a little. More duplicate and position. Another quick walkthrough just to see what we got. Here is Mr. Zombie. And yeah, I think I like what we got so far. Okay now, I think it's time for some scene props. In the PlayCanvas architecture directory, we are going to find the crate. Let's reorganize a little. Let's add a bucket under the room component to hold all of our walls. And move all of the walls and archways into that bucket. Now let's add a bucket for the crates. Drag and drop an instance into the crates bucket. Zoom in, and there's our crate. Adjust our screens a little so we can see it all in real time. Switch to perspective view and lift this guy above the floor. Now let's add a 3 crate. And position the 3 crates like so. Back to top view. This is the way I like to multiply my props. I duplicate them and rotate them so they have their own unique look. Same with the single crate. And now let's position them throughout the scene. Side by side view so we can see what we got in real time. Now let's do barrels. Create a bucket for the barrels. Drag and drop a barrel. Drag and drop a 3 barrel. Do some positioning. Do some duplicating. Do some rotating. Do some spreading around. Let's add some pillars following the same duplicate and spread technique. Don't forget to put them in a bucket for organization. Let's do some floor tiles for that extra little touch. Duplicate, rotate, and spread. Review in real time. Let's have a final look. And there you go, a room with a floor, walls, and props that you can walk around in. We'll put some finishing touches on this room in a later video. Until then, hope you enjoyed this session, and we'll see you next time. Booyah! I hope you found these videos useful. Want to keep watching videos like these? Hit that subscribe and like button below so I can make you more for free. Booyah!